Okay, welcome. In this screencast, we're going to be talking about adding a logo, creating and adding thumbnails, and also sometimes when you work for a company and you're working on a design, they'll change their mind or give you new specifications. So we're going to practice that a little bit today. And the new specifications that we have is that we need to make room for a pull quote and also for an example of design. So the first thing that you need to do is pull up your type, the one that we worked on last time, and you're going to make a copy of that. I've already done that. Here's my typed copy. Now first, what we're going to do is, let me change that so you can see what I've done. First we're going to work on our thumbnails, and we're going to have to do a few different things to get those. First thing you have to do is decide how big you want your thumbnails. For the purpose of this, we're going to do 133 by 75. And so I'm going to use this transform right here. Right now it says it's 133 and 253. So I'm just going to change this to 75. Perfect, and that is a great size for a thumbnail. So I'm going to scooch this one up a little bit, line it up there. And then I'm going to copy it and paste. So I'll have two. Make sure it lines up with the other one. Great. So those are my thumbnail boxes. Next, what we need to do is from another video that you've done, you need to go back to that video and you need to take a screenshot of that video. So I've already done it. It's really easy. For a screenshot, depends on what you're using, Mac or PC. However, if you're using a Mac, it's just that's what I'm using, Command Shift and 4. You'll see a little grid come up, and that's the and then you'll take your fingers off and you'll hear it, a sound like it's taking a photo. So I'm going to open this screenshot, and what a screenshot does is it will just put it onto your desktop automatically, which is nice. And we're going to use Pixlr to take care of our screenshots and make them good thumbnails. Now that's what it looks like after you're done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Pixlr, which is this. When you open it, it's going to look like this, and you're going to say open image from computer. Okay, and it's going to bring up everything on your desktop. So I'm going to bring in this. Okay, and now, like we said before, now change your constraint to output size. And like we said before, we did 133 and 75. And what's going to be great about this is, so now when you can crop whatever you want and it will stick to that size, which is great. So I think I want something like this. Okay, just hit return. There it is. That's my thumbnail. And then what I'm going to do is say save, and we can call this thumbnail 1. Okay, and we're going to save it to the desktop. Okay, so now that we have that, we can go back into Illustrator, and we'll put thumbnail 1 here. So if we go up to our file here, I'm going to have to adjust this a little bit. Okay, let's get rid of, sorry about this, get rid of some stuff. So go back up here. So Illustrator, we're going to say place, and it's going to open the folder, and I'm going to say I want to place thumbnail 1. Here it is, and we'll stick it right there. Now I've also done another thumbnail, So you'll go through the same process as I did for the first one, and that will give you your second thumbnail. Okay, no, I actually did a different one, but we'll use this one just for the sake of our demonstration. So you'll have two different thumbnails here. And now, because they're videos, we want to make sure people know that they're videos. So what we can do for this is make a little play button. Now there's a couple ways you can do it. I just, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to use the pen tool. And what I can, it's helpful also to show the grid. So I'm going to go here, here, here. Easy enough, my little triangle. And then I'm just going to size it down. And we'll just pop it on right there. To me, that's a little bit bright. Also, we want to make it a little bit transparent so that what's underneath can show through. So we're going to take this down to about 50. Now that looks really cool, and it was super easy. And then I'm just going to copy this and paste it. Okay, so same thing. And this is just helpful so that people know that you have videos to show. Okay, so let's hide our grid. The next thing that I want to show is bringing in your logo. Now this was the spot that it's kind of my placeholder for my logo, and so if I go to my logo, this is what I had designed. So when I click on it, and then if I hit Command G, that groups it so that all of it will come together, and then I'm going to copy it. And, oh, excuse me. That's not the one I wanted. And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to paste it. Okay, now it's pretty big. I do want it over here. I'm going to actually get rid of this gray box because it's just not going to go with my design at all. The next thing I'm going to do is size this down a little bit. It is a little bit too big for me. You know, this is something that I want people to see, but definitely does not need to take a lot of precedence in my page. And I also want it to be readable. I think that's great. It's there. It's gonna catch their eye, but it's not the main attraction. The next thing that I want to do is I talked about having a pull quote and a design example. Now, I don't really have a lot of space on my page right now. I've got some space down here, but I think I'd rather have it on this other side to kind of balance out my page. So what I'm going to do is click this and group it so that it all goes together, and I'm just going to move it over. Okay, that did not group. We'll try that again. Let's do this. Okay, and group. That's a little bit too far. Okay, and then this one as well. Group that. Great. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing to my text. I'm just moving everything over a little bit so I have a little bit more room for everything else. Okay. Careful, I don't want to, you know, squish this too much or not have a lot of room. So now I need to do a pull quote. So I'm just going to draw a text box here. And I'll just start typing. We'll say a pull quote can be very interesting and catch the reader's attention. Okay. Now, my opinion, I think it's great to have pull quotes be right justified to line up with your with the main body text. Because you know that's sort of boring, and it would be nice to have it stand out a little bit. I'm going to draw a box, having it go right to the edge of the page here. We're going to make this really light. We don't want it to be drawing attention to itself. Okay, whoops. And then move it, I'd say right about here. We'll go to Object, Arrange, and Send to Back so we can see our text. Okay, and I'm going to pull my text down a little bit. Now, this, catches the reader's eye, and it makes we've got good lines right here. The next thing that I want to do is show a design example. And for this example, I just went to one of the web design pages that we had looked at in an earlier video, just on the website gallery. And what I'm going to do for this is just do a screenshot. So like I said, Command-Shift-4. And then here you see the crosshairs. And cover what you want to get. Okay. There's my noise. And then if I go back to Illustrator, I'm going to place, and it's this one. And now of course this is way too big. Now when you size things, if you hold the shift as you size them, it will do it evenly, which is great because that's definitely what you want. And I'm going to line this up with my pull quote. I want to have a little bit of space right here to separate them. They are connected, but I also want them separate. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple, but it's important to do these things and to know how to do them. Something that I've learned over time, and that I hope you'll learn as well, is it really is the little things that make a lot of difference in the design process. So I hope this goes well for you.